Back in 2023, Illinois became the first state in the nation to screen newborns for a rare genetic condition, and that legislation is all thanks to a local family. Amelia Myers was diagnosed in May of 2022 with metachromatic leukodystrophy, and her parents can correct me if I'm wrong on the specifics there, but they are a family that I've grown extremely close to over the years, and Amelia sadly passed away a couple of weeks ago at just 12 years old. But her parents are here to talk about how she is changing lives even after her passing. I want to introduce you to Crystal and Aaron Myers. Thank you guys for being here. Tell me a little bit about this newborn screening for parents that aren't familiar with it.
So in every state, babies are tested differently based on government deems as important or approves for funding. And so unfortunately, some states have less testing for babies. It's not universal yet. And so we are recommending that there becomes a recommended universal newborn screening panel, that it is the same in every state, because right now it is different. And unfortunately, our daughter did pass away 2 weeks ago because her disease was not added to the newborn screening for the state of Illinois. But she did amazing things before she lost her ability to speak. We went to DC and we met our representatives and legislators, and they listened, and she was able to add her disease to the newborn screening.
That's incredible because of your work and because of Amelia's work. And Aaron, what kind of a difference does this make? I mean, if Amelia were diagnosed earlier, how could that have changed her life?
Oh, that would have been huge. At the time, if she would have been tested at birth, she would have been qualified for a trial for gene therapy, which is pretty much the only therapy that could have saved her life. Obviously now in the United States it is approved. It's approved therapy, which is huge. It gives people a chance. It gives children a chance that unfortunately my child didn't have. It's a difference between a child now to be able to have a life versus planning for a funeral. I know it sounds harsh, but that's the reality of it.
Because there's really a short window where they can receive that gene therapy, and once they reach a certain age, and unfortunately Amelia did, they no longer qualify. So Crystal, now are all babies in the state of Illinois screened for this, or where does this stand right now?
So unfortunately, I have gone to the CDC and we met with the directors. We went 2 years ago, but unfortunately they still have not implemented it yet in the newborn screening testing. So they are hoping to have a pilot program by the end of this year.
So that is the next step then for you. And then is there anything that we can do to help, or maybe there's a parent at home that feels like their child should be added to the list? What do they do?
So when a baby is born, unfortunately you don't really have a choice to add that screening. You can go and find an individual lab and get
but it's pricey though, right?
It can be a couple $100s, but it would still save. I mean, we're in the hundreds of thousands of dollars in medical expenses, so it would still save an extensive amount of money for families.
Yeah. What do you guys think, if Amelia could speak to lawmakers today, she would say?
Oh, I think Amelia, as feisty as she is, she would have no problem telling the lawmakers, let's get this thing on the newborn screening nationwide to save numerous and millions of children. Amelia was just a beautiful, feisty little girl. She would have no problem. Like I said, she was able to meet Governor Pritzker, and she had no problem with the highlight or the spotlight of those issues.
I love her so much. Oh my goodness, I remember her, like, you know, doing her little boxing gloves, saying I'm a fighter, you know, when we spoke via Zoom. Crystal, for parents who are unfamiliar with this condition, I want to end with this. Explain what some of the symptoms are that parents might notice right away.
Some of the first symptoms of these terminal brain diseases are bad behavior. So Amelia started drawing on the walls, and we thought maybe she'll be an artist. So we brought her art supplies. It could be, you know, being bad in school, falling, toe walking is another neurological symptom that needs to be addressed immediately.
All right, thank you both so much for all of your hard work. And Amelia is always going to be with us. Her legacy is going to live on. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Caitlin?